All right, let's set the scene. You're a developer, a researcher, a digital explorer, and you're trying to see what a modal app is really saying to its server. You've got your tools ready, you've picked your target, but you're about to hit a wall, a big one. So first thing you do, you set up your proxy, right? You get your man-in-the-middle attack ready, point all your devices' traffic straight through your computer. Everything looks good. So far, so good. And then, step 2, you do it by the book. You install your proxy's root certificate on the phone. You're basically telling your device, hey, I want you to trust this thing. It's cool. In theory, you should be able to see everything now. And then, bam, nothing. Your proxy tool, which should be buzzing with activity, is just a wall of errors. Unknown, failed. The app just goes silent. It refuses to talk. So what is this invisible force field? Well, this roadblock actually has a name. And no, it's not a bug in your setup. It's a very intentional defense mechanism designed to stop exactly what you're trying to do. It's called SSL Pinning. What this means is the app developer has basically written a rule inside the app that says, look, I don't care what certificates the phone's operating system says are okay, you will only talk to a server that has this one specific certificate, period. Your proxy certificate, the app just tosses it right in the bin. So you see, trying to break the encryption itself is a total dead end. The encryption is solid. We have to think about this differently. Instead of trying to smash the door down, what if we could just convince the guard on the inside to open it for us? And this is where the whole approach shifts. The old way is to attack the lock, the crypto itself. But the new way, it's so much smarter. We go after the app's decision-making process. We're not trying to break the rules. We're just going to rewrite them for a second. This really is the perfect way to think about it. The guard is just a little piece of code in the app that checks the certificate. Our job isn't to create a perfect fake ID. Our job is to make the guard not even bother checking the ID in the first place. So how do we do that? How do we change the guard's mind? We use an incredibly powerful tool called Frida. Think of it like a matrix-style injection. It lets us reach into a running app, find the exact piece of code we want, and change how it behaves, all in real time. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let's break down exactly what Frida is doing at that crucial moment when the app tries to verify the server. This is where the real magic happens. Okay, so here's the play-by-play. Normally, without Frida, the app tries to validate the certificate. The check fails because your proxy cert doesn't match the pinned one, and the connection gets shut down. Simple. But with Frida running, the moment the app makes that call, our script jumps in. It completely hijacks the process, ignores the real check, and just forces the function to return true. The app has no idea. It thinks the certificate is perfectly valid and lets the connection go through. And just like that, everything changes. Your proxy tool, which was a ghost town of errors, just lights up like a Christmas tree. You see it all, the API calls, the headers, the beautiful, clean JSON data you were after. You're in. Now, as amazing as this technique is, I gotta be real with you, it's not a silver bullet. This is a constant game of cat and mouse. Developers are always trying to secure their APIs, and researchers are always trying to understand them. And this is definitely an advanced technique with its own hurdles. So, keep this in mind. This is not for beginners. For starters, you'll probably need root access on your device just to get Frida to work. And app developers are getting smarter, you know? They're actively building in ways to detect if Frida's messing with their app. If the app uses native code, like C++, finding the right spot to hook gets way, way harder. And of course, every time the app gets an update, your script might break. It's a high-skill, high-reward kind of thing. So let's just pull this all together. When you hit that wall of unknown traffic, you now know what's happening. It's not an unbreakable barrier, it's just a logic puzzle. And now you know how to solve it. If you remember one thing, remember this. SSL pinning is like a bouncer at a club checking IDs. Frida doesn't try to forge a new ID, it just blindfolds the bouncer. By intercepting and neutralizing the check itself, you unlock a whole world of data that is completely invisible to most people. So, if you enjoyed this little trip into the guts of a mobile application and you want to see more explainers that cut right through the noise on complex topics like this, well, you're in the right place. My channel, Lalit Official, is all about diving deep into these kinds of advanced technical concepts. We try to break it down and give you the clear, actionable info you're looking for. So, if you got some value out of this explainer, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, share it with someone else who'd find it useful, and definitely subscribe to Lalit Official so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.